everybody. Welcome to the Tellor Dev Call. Today is April 28, 2026. And I'm happy to say that we're finally doing the transition from Tellor Legacy Rewards to Tellor. And that should be happening at the end of next week. So watch out for that. We'll make sure that we'll let you guys know when minting is turned on. But that's the plan. So we're really excited. It's been a long time. It's taken us a long time to get here, but we're finally at a point where we feel that everything is functioning properly and we have the security measures that we needed to make sure that this transition happened properly and securely. So with that, what are we up to this week? Let's get started with Spotty.
Hey, I am basically monitoring the situation. I have a lot of work to do updates to the DVM and just monitoring in general. I'm working on I keep stopping myself from talking about things. Yeah, a lot of the stuff I'm working on is just like internal monitoring. So that's where I'm at.
All right. Well, thanks, buddy. Tim.
Yeah, I'm working on reviewing our docs. Yesterday I started a Sepolia node on my Mac here. And yeah, I'm just going through everything that we have in the public docs, just making sure it all makes sense and works and is ready, make sure the public can follow it and maybe make sure we're not missing anything as well that should be added. Yeah.
Thanks, Tim. Yeah, documentation is always really hard because we work on it. We work on these things so often that it's hard to find the holes. So you need a brand new set of eyes a lot of times to actually catch the things that are missing. And sometimes that makes it hard when you are familiar with the system. And so you have to wait until, or when things change, sometimes things do change. So at some point the docs can be good. And then at some other point in time with an upgrade or a change, we might have to.
As we've learned more, like as we've been doing this for 2 years, we've obviously learned a lot about running nodes and stuff too. But if I had to do the docs all over again, it would be different. That's another factor.
For sure. So thanks, Tim. All right, Dan.
Tim and Ryan had a nice conversation about using Markdown, how we can use it. And I'm trying to set up some specialized Pi agents.
Okay. So just for context, using Markdown as a way to fit in things into our AI models, and right. Okay.
How to preserve context, pretty much.
All right. Well, can't wait to see how that looks like so I can make sure I can follow that same format. All right, Brian.
Just working on, since the last code review, working on that pull oracle, adding the robustness. I feel like I'm at a pretty good spot. I'm just going to be kicking the tires and checking for vulnerabilities until the next code review.
Okay, I think this week we might have a little bit of time since we're... So, yeah, maybe tomorrow or Friday, but we can discuss it after this. All right, Caleb?
I'll be working on some internal stuff. Yesterday I was finally able to have a breakthrough on the indexer, and it is now actually doing what I wanted to do, which is fantastic. The build stuff still is weird. I have to build directly instead of using the subquery package, that's fine. But yesterday, as I was doing that, I also discovered that the script that is supposed to be running like every day to claim delegate rewards is airing out every day instead of running. So I'm going to be fixing that today and probably doing just a look through on all of my internal processes I'm running and make sure that they all look good. Yeah, other than that, I'll be monitoring the situation as is Buddy.
All right. Thanks, Caleb. Akram.
I guess I'm doing some research into the modules, the Cosmos modules, to see if we can optimize some things for the validators. I think there's I guess people are scared of the node going down for too long and being able to restart, taking hours and that kind of thing. So I'm trying to see what I can optimize there. I did the bridge remote signer, which is basically isolating the bridge signing keys on a different instance. If anybody wants to try that, but yeah, that's it.
Yeah, and that repo is not public, right?
The repo is, yeah, it's been public.
Public.
It's free.
All right. And I think you should give a little bit more context. So you've worked on the signer, and you've been doing this for a little bit. How that can help people, and then your other research, which is mostly to maybe create some sort of backup system so that people can more easily not come back up maybe, but have a backup system that makes sure that they don't seem like they're offline for too long.
Yeah, more well, it's mostly for, I guess, having a different penalty structure for that. As far as the bridge signer, it's just it's similar to how Tendermint key management system works, but since that only works for the consensus keys, or as far as signing blocks, double prevention, and that sort of thing, it doesn't actually support vote extensions as we have it, because it doesn't have the interface to support that. So that's, I guess, that's what I built this to have to be able, if you want to be able to isolate your bridge attestation signing keys from your node, so that basically there's an interface that allows you to connect to your node and have the keys elsewhere instead of on the node. So it's Tendermint, it's TMKMS for the bridge attestations, but it doesn't do bridge block signing. It just does bridge attestation signing, which is a little bit less complex or less intensive.
Okay. All right. Well, looking forward to the next phase of that research. I know that a couple of people have brought that up as a concern, and we are taking it seriously. We were just really busy with the bridge updates. So, but now we can actually start taking a look into it and being more, devoting more resources into that. And with that, did we get any questions, Ryan? I don't think we did.
We did not. No, we did not.
All right. Well, exciting time, guys. Around the end of next week, everything should be transitioned. And yeah, let us know if you guys have any questions. All right. See you guys next week.